Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to, I guess, a Daskumba stream. I am trying out multi-stream tonight. It's something I have wanted to do for quite a while, purely because I want to bring as many people into this fantastic community as possible. So if we do have any technical difficulties, please let me know and I will try and rectify them. I do have a multi-chat window open in my stream software, but it is not like I haven't tested it, so hopefully all the chat comes through there. I see all your comments. I can't unfortunately display that on the stream due to Twitch's terms of service, but hopefully in the future that will change. So yeah, tonight I thought I'd just jump back in, get some painting underway, and see how we go. I've definitely haven't done any streaming on YouTube or Facebook before, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Might work well, might not. We'll find out. And I'm just trying to catch up on the YouTube. I think YouTube's working, and I think Facebook is working too. So in theory, should all be working. So let's get down to it. So, a couple of improvements I've made of a stream. My streaming software that I use on my phone has actually been upgraded to allow for 4K video now, which this isn't a 4K stream, but we can now start doing some cool stuff with zooming in without losing any resolution. So you can see that zoom icon down the bottom that will tell you how far we're zoomed in, and it does make it a bit easier to keep, I guess, everything in focus and for you guys to get a bit of a closer look without losing that quality that you know and love. So we are going to be starting some work on this Beast Snagger War Boss that the lovely Tip Top Baker sent my way. I want to give it a go and see how far we can get without, I guess, going too crazy on the paint scheme. I want to keep it pretty simple, pretty basic, and we'll probably start off somewhere like there for now. You get some base colors laid down. I actually haven't had a look at the palette for this guy, so I might just be referring to a GDub website a little bit for information, what the scheme looks like. And I don't think we're getting any flickering from that fan, but if we do, I might need to turn it off. Actually, I will turn it off because it will be giving us a dry palette. There we go. I may also repurpose, now this is a new webcam as well, I may repurpose my old webcam as a palette cam, which I've seen a lot of people doing to some degree of success. I'm sure you guys would love to see what's on the palette without having the palette on the screen. And I'm just going to check audio, because you never know what you're hearing without checking audio. It seems to be working. I'm not sure. Hope Facebook's live, hope YouTube's live. Don't know yet, so we'll wait and see if we get any viewers. So we are looking for the War Boss. And honestly, I really do hate the new website. I'm sure a lot of you feel the same. Used to be a great resource, but now I just struggle to navigate it. so many clicks now. Shut Warhammer 40,000. Click the Xenos. Click on Orcs. There we go, Beast Boss, that's what it's called. And they don't give a palette anymore, so yay for that. Might actually have to open up the app on my phone. Fortunately, they've updated this with new models. There we go, got a Beast Boss there. Cool, so we got some of the palette we're going to be working with. So I'm just going to put this on the side here. And I'm going to start with Flesh Tone. Still transmitting well. Auric Flesh is what we're starting with. And then we will just pick some colours as we go for the rest of them. Again, gonna try and keep it relatively simple on the scheme. We don't want to be going too crazy. I am wondering why our font has gone that colour on the thing. That's probably something I've done in the overlay. There we go. Got that mic up a little bit higher so it's right next to my face. Okay. And I have literally not painted in the longest of times, so I've even got to find out what I have done with all my brushes. I think I'll just chuck them on the side here. So 0 is a number 1. Citadel. There's another number 1, which is most likely my Winsor & Newton number 1. So we'll see how we go. Using this brush, hasn't been used in a while. See how it goes. Just making sure my Auric Flesh is well mixed with this. How's it going, buddy? Long time no see. Hope you are well. Might actually help if I've got the chat window open. What's been happening, my friend? Yes, I am a long beard. Not quite as grumpy, but still quite as beardy. How have you been anyway, my friend? What has been happening? Thank you. How is life? Grumpy enough for both of us? Fantastic. Ooh, shiver me timbers. Just, Oh, look, I know the feeling, my friend. I know the feeling all too well. I think, you know, we have those years. But I think once you reach the end of it, it's a new year, new start, new opportunity. How has streaming and hobby been going? Have you been able to keep that up? And unfortunately for me, I've had to drop off a little bit. Everyone died? What? Jesus. Like, hopefully not everyone. Like, little buddy better be okay. We are the last two. Last two to what? In the family? Let's get right up in there. Gretch, my friend, welcome in. How we doing? Your dad passed and a couple of friends. Sorry to hear, buddy. I do remember your dad being unwell, so yeah, sad to hear it came to that, but I think that's life, unfortunately. Yeah. Gretch, it is going well, my friend. How are you going? Hopefully, have finally gotten around to painting some Gretchen. Good to hear, Gretch. Good to hear. No more of that false advertisement, hopefully. Let me just reshuffle things. Started Infiltrators, did a Blade Guard Captain. Is the audio or music crackling for you guys, or is that just me? Oh, learning non-metallic metal. Nice. Thanks for that, buddy. I get some weirdness sometimes with my headphones, particularly when I'm using like NVIDIA Broadcast. It doesn't like me. So believe it or not, this is the first mini I have painted or put paint to since my last stream. I have literally not finished that gyrocopter, not built anything else. Well, that's a lie. I built some Cities of Sigmar stuff. I bought that army box, even though I said I wasn't going to. Let's just zoom out a little bit there. Where have I been? I have been here. However, life and other events have essentially taken its toll, and I've had to take my focus away from hobby, streaming, focus on those events and get through them. And I think finally seeing the other end of a tunnel there. No, look, it's not shit. It's just, sometimes in life you have to put things on hold and take priorities, focus on other areas. And Brenny, thank you for the like, my friend. Catering to the masses now, streaming on other platforms. Hopefully well. We just don't have any chat on stream anymore, purely because of Twitch's terms of service, so hopefully the chat and the comments works well. But yeah, buddy, I have been fine, my friend. I've just been focusing on work, friends, family, those aspects of life. I think sometimes we all know with the hobby, it's always going to be there for us to come back to. And we just got to make sure that, we do take that time for ourselves eventually. It is easy to put others first. And sometimes that's what you need to do. And eventually you get to a point again when you can just jump back into it and enjoy it for what it is. And that's where we are now. Oh yeah, the face is a terrible, terrible sculpt, Bull tongue. I think that's a pant line, so we'll be able to come back in that with a dark color. I don't want to paint too much green on that. Also got some new paint effects I want to try out, but I don't think we're going to do it on this model. We're just going to do some base colors and some contrast. We're keeping it simple. That was what Tip Top requested. Working on slide decks for your boss. I know the feeling. Like, I've done way too many presentations over the last couple of months. It's just, yeah, you get over it real quick. And also General Ori from earlier, thank you for like, my friend. Definitely in need of some new brushes, I think. Unfortunately, having these sit here drying out for the past, geez, April I think was the last time I streamed. What, we're in December now, so 8 months. These brushes have been sitting here doing nothing. Row & Co's? No, maybe I should. I know those Amazon brushes you've recommended. Like, see, this one, don't know if you can see that, but it's not holding the point. But I probably should do this first before I go buy new brushes. Good old brush soap. Ooh, get a nice close-up of that for you. Also, you guys can now control the zoom. So if you want to zoom in and out at will, please do so. You want a closer look at something, zoom in. That Dumb Guy stream, I have been doing well, thanks. How have you been? Well, I've been away. I'm sure my absence has been missed. But we are making an attempt to return to a regular streaming schedule. I'm starting out slow. 2 hours, a couple nights a week. Maybe a bigger stream on Sunday. We'll see. Ah, very nice. As always, friends, if you do have pictures you would like to share, check out our friendly channel Discord. Hopefully you see that link in chat where you can go put your pics and we can show them on stream. I'm hoping some of that preview stuff still works, but I have really changed everything. Everything about this setup has changed. Buddy, exclamation mark commands should give you a list of commands you can use. Let me just see if this works. There we go. That should give you a list of commands. And try them out. Let me know if they work or not. So I think there we go, got some more green up in here. Oh, very nice. We will go check out in a moment. Very nice. Excellent. Good to see you guys have been keeping up that progress. I've got nothing to show, unfortunately. Like, I did some more building the other day. I'm sure you remember that Hackathon Land Fortress my partner got me last Christmas. I did kind of start doing a little bit of work again on that. Again, painting out of shot is something I've got to get used to again. Painting in shot, I mean. You have banned new minis? Yeah. I actually said to myself, I'm not getting any of this year's Battle Forces. Then I regretted that decision. And then I saw a store that I shop with had the Leagues of Votann one in stock, which I was regretting the decision for. And I went and bought it. So, yes, I have been naughty. I've bought new army boxes galore. Need to paint more first. Agreed. I need to paint more too. Now, what I'm just going to do, folks, is just try and fix the focus there. Whoop, didn't want to change cameras. I hate that double tap. There we go. So just try and fix the focus so we can zoom in and out. Okay, let's have a look at what we have in the Discord. Okay, let's see if I remember how to do this properly, eh? Okay, the Discord works. Fantastic. I need to put that as a hotkey again. So, that dumb guy stream, very nice work on the Thousand Suns there. You're the first person I've seen prime them blue and not gold. Typically people hate painting gold, so that's why they use Retributor armor. And then they paint in the blue, but you've gone the opposite way. You like a challenge. I like that, my friend. And Buddy Minis, oh god, that is amazing work on that Sergeant. You have definitely improved. Every time I come back and I see what you've been working on, you have just gone forwards leaps and bounds, my friend. So kudos to you. That is awesome. And Hecatone, welcome in, my friend. Good to see you. Very nice work. And I believe that's a Dawi, a dwarf of some kind. Is that a Chaos Dwarf? It looks like a Chaos Dwarf from another system, maybe. But amazing. Great work, my friend. TJ Fate, welcome in. How are we doing? All the crew is starting to show up again. Good to see. Welcome back. And welcome all. Glad to have such a warm welcome for my return. I am just going to quickly see if I can do a hotkey on my Discord, purely because that is going to be annoying. Active browser sources, Discord, and I will copy and paste that and do one for Instagram, see if we can get that working too. So guys, if you do have Instagram links or Discord links, please get them up in the chat, and hopefully that'll allow me to continue doing this. Let's go back to Hobby Desk and turn studio mode off. So there we go, that still works. Instagram, I need to open up a window, but that's all good. What else? Okay, that works. That works. Okay, we do post those links to all the chats. Ooh, Hecatone, very nice. Let's give Instagram a go. I'm literally just getting everything working again. And we are streaming on 3 platforms now. So we are doing Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I wanted to do TikTok as well and do a vertical format, but you got to get a certain amount of followers there to get that working, and I just haven't had the time to really start doing videos as well. But maybe if we get some good clips, get some good footage, eventually we'll do that. Now let's get Instagram up. Ooh, playing tower defense on the other screen. Let's see if the Instagram one works. It does. It does. I haven't logged in though. But that's where we're up to. Last time, we haven't really progressed much further, and I did see in chat we've got an Instagram link, so let me see if we can get that to pop up. Oh, amazing work. Lots of stuff been happening for you, Hackatone. I do. Gotta log in. Okay, I'll have to sort that out another time. But, good to see it works. A dwarf from Conquest. Okay, that makes sense. I know Conquest has been really taken off. So, good to see. Okay. Maybe we just do the continuous autofocus, because that's going to just keep things simple. Don't know why this headset is just crackling so much. I know it's for some reason. Whenever I listen to, well, whenever I stream and have music playing on Bluetooth, it gets crackly on me. I hope you've all been well, my friends. Oh, awesome, buddy. Let me know when that goes up in chat. Or Instagram, whatever preference you have. Share. Oh, why isn't that chat keeping up? It's probably because I tried. There we go. Awesome. Thank you, my friend. Got that up now. Get the Discord up. Holy hell. That is amazing work, dude. Like, legit. Did that all non-metallic metal too, so I am certainly impressed. Did you get that through the Warhammer Imperium collection, or did you buy that outright? Only reason I ask is because I've been getting the Imperium collection here in Australia, and I've just gotten the second part of Calgar. And what's happened? I just had to take a break for work, family, friends. You know how it is. Other things in life come up, and they take priority. Yeah, I've been getting it just as, you know, because, yeah, let's face it, I don't need any more minis, right? So I always like to get the backlog those rainy days, or in the event someone I know is looking to start an army, always happy to move stuff on at a discount, because it's a great deal. Yeah, that's fair. Did you get any of the new Sylvaneth stuff, buddy? And does little buddy still paint and or stream with you, or is she too old for that now? Please tell me there's a points redeem for that. Okay, we got that green looking nice and solid on the body. Might just get in that neck cavity a little bit more. Let's face it, we're probably not going to see half of this. But I like to get in there and get it done anyway. Cool. Just checking my other chats to see. And I will just check for commands as well. So the chat commands are zoom, exclamation mark zoom with a capital Z, and then space, and then the multiplier. So you can do 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and half steps as well if you really like. I don't know, did I implement the half steps? Yeah, I did. So for example, we want to go back out to 1 times. Does that work? Chat match didn't work. Try it again. I probably misspelled it because I'm typing with one hand. There should be a points redeem as well if I set that up properly in Twitch. Yeah, I don't know why that's working. Should be enabled. Maybe it's just me. I can't do that. It's not letting me do it. Oh well. I've still got control on my Stream Deck here, so I can zoom in and out as we need to. I'm gonna get a little bit more green on my palette. Gonna have to add some more water too, because it is drying out. So we are going to take off this big boy. Set him down. And we're gonna do the green on his fist here. And I do like to paint this stuff in sub-assemblies, just makes life easier, especially when you got all these variations in texture, color. Now, this is the first model I've actually spray painted in a while. Like, I didn't use an airbrush to prime this. I have not used the airbrush in quite a while, and I wanted just a quick and easy kind of prime job, so I went, yeah, let's just get the Vallejo gray and prime it. So that's what we did. I'm interested to see how the finish is going to turn out, because I've always had that issue with paint kind of there we go, paint being a bit delicate when you use a airbrush primer. So we'll see how this goes. Might help hold the paint a bit better. It's definitely got more of a texture for that paint to stick to, and I think that's what you want with primer. Now I think we're going to use like a nice dark reddy brown to contrast against this green for some of these levers. I'm going to try and stick to the official scheme as much as possible. I hope you've all been having good years in the lead up till Christmas, which feels like it was just yesterday we had last Christmas. That's how quickly this year has gone for me. Done so much travel for work. Heading across to Japan next year, so very excited for that as well. Making sure to get all these details filled in. Oh, and if all of you suspected I would be excited for the new Dark Angels minis that have been announced recently, you are correct. That new Asmodai looks freaking amazing. And looking forward to getting my hands on it. I've still got Azrael that I've built. I've got the Lion, which I'm yet to build. And I'm hoping we get an Ezekiel at some point as well. Because if they release Asmodai and Ezekiel in plastic. Hey, Commissar Crazy, welcome in, my friend. Hope you have been well. Yeah, it's pretty much what happened. But now, in reality, life found a way. Work, friends, family took priority. And had to, put hobby aside for a bit, focus on that. And it was definitely a worthwhile decision because it's got me into a good place to hop back into it again. Which is where we are now. But I hope you've been well, my friend. I hope you've still been streaming and participating in the hobby. If you haven't, that's totally okay too, because we've all been there. Putting a bit of a thin coat down first just to get into all those recesses. Good to hear, good to hear. I have not done much hobby, if I'm honest with you, throughout the year. I've built a few things here and there, but this is the first time I've picked up a paintbrush since back in April. Okay, give that a moment to dry while I look at the other colors. So typically what we do with something like this is we put down primary color, which for this one I viewed that as being the green. Got some dark browns there as well. The burgundy color, that looks like it's a corn red as a base. So corn red, no oil, Wazdaka red, squig red. That checks out. I do think it's a little bit of a darker brown though. So it might even be a darker red. I think it is. I think it is the darker red. I'd say it's more of a Gal Vorbak red. Fresh Toast, thank you for joining the Discord. Not sure where you're coming from, but if you are in chat, please feel free to say hello and introduce yourself. Okay, where are we going? We're looking for red. Okay, got Gal Vorbak red. I think Gal Vorbak red looks like the right color to me. So we're going to use that as the next color to put down a contrast against some of this green. I do need to do another coat on that face, but I just figured while we are getting underway. Yes, multi-stream, my friend. We are now on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube all simultaneously. Actually, that's what I'm missing. I'm missing YouTube from my socials. God damn. I literally had a TikTok one up there before and I removed it. I really should have had a YouTube up there. I should have just swapped it for that. But I'm literally just trying to expand the community, capture people from whatever platform they prefer. I really don't care if it's Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. You know, it's just more so casting a wide net to bring like-minded people into the hobby. And I will just show this off. So this is where I'm up to with a Hecaton Land Fortress, and I have managed to magnetize the little side guns here. I'm really enjoying this kit. Like, this is a nice kit. So nearly finished the turrets, and then we're going to move on to the top sponson. The only thing that right now I'm still working on with multi-stream, like I've got a chat window in here which I can see all platforms. However, I can't show that on stream because of Twitch's terms of service, and also it makes moderation a bit of a nightmare if you've got people from YouTube or people from Facebook commenting up on the screen. So that's why it's removed, if anyone was interested. So we'll see how that goes. Early days. Fortunately, I've got the bandwidth to do 3 simultaneous streams at once. Let me just fix this text color because it is really bothering me. Appearance. Manage alert. Text style. I think that's what I need to do. Okay, that should fix it. Or not. I don't know why it's changed that color. Oh well. Let's get the rest of this green on. A little bit more, not too much, just a tiny smidge. That'll do. I think I will be getting something to hold my phone up. Okay. So we're going to put down the Gale of Wallback Red as a base next. And just move to different colours. Now from the website, they have a free 60 available. I hate the new website so much. Like, does anybody actually like this website? Please tell me if you do. I'm not impressed. That green looks like a Stegodon scale green. Might actually put that in there. It'll be easier to access that. Actually, no, I think it's more Incubi Darkness. no, it's still a good one. I get double press myself so much with this. I just want to get in there first because I can see there's going to be some additional layers. I see there's a creamy kind of bone. Maybe we're going to do this in layers rather than. So that's more of a steel. Is that a Steel Legion Drab? That looks like a Steel Legion Drab. So just mix these ones up. Okay, stick it on scale green first. We'll get that scales on the cloak done. Make sure that's well incorporated. I think sometimes when you don't mix the paint for a while, the incorporation gets thrown out. So when you do mix it, you get a little bit of that old medium sitting in the cap, and that's what's happened here. So I've just had to mix that a bit more on the palette. You can see this color against that green is really nice. I really do like the palette they've used for the Beast Snaggers. Like the greens, the reds, the blues. It's just a nice change for orcs. The browns as well. I really like a good mix of browns. I think with orcs you need to be able to paint multiple types of browns. I'm just going to turn the music off for myself because that stuttering is driving me absolutely insane. Hopefully you guys can still hear it. I'm not sure if any of you guys are Doctor Who fans, but I watched the latest specials they just released, and gotta say I'm glad they've returned to that kind of format. The writing for those specials was amazing. Really appreciate it, and no spoilers in chat please, but just share your thoughts. Stay in focus, stay in focus, stay in frame. It's not that hard. Don't be lame. I'm a bit sad though that we've seen Doctor Who move to Disney. Or Disney Plus at least for the streaming. Like here in Australia, we've always had it on ABC, so it's a bit of a change. Though if they get more funding, I would not be mad, because I will say the special effects and quality of the specials was above and beyond what I've seen in the recent years. And we all know Marnie Kalgar is a Disney princess because there was the Marvel comic books. And Marvel is Disney. So that is now officially headcanon. Thanks for the light change, buddy. At least those work. And I have actually upgraded my lighting in here as well. So I've got a ring light now for the face cam. I've got some RGB roof lights, but they don't really light up as well as the old ones I had did. They're more for the ambient lighting. Yeah, the zoom doesn't work for some reason. I'm going to have a look into that. Like, I can use the commands on my Stream Deck, but if I test them in Lumia, let's give that another go actually. Test them in Lumia, I just don't know why they don't work. I think there's a bit of weirdness going on, if I'm honest with you. So it's source, filter, visibility set. It's just not giving me options. Like, I swear I've gotten this to work in the past, but yeah, it's just not liking it. But if you do redeem one, just let me know. So we're currently at 1.5 times. We want to go to 4K, do we, buddy? There we go, my friend. Wait, did that 1.5 times work when I tested it? It's changing the number, but it's not... Oh, that's what it's doing. It's changing the number, but it's not actually changing the zoom. Merlin, my friend. First me, then you? What do you mean? First me, then what? How have we been? Good to see you. And to be honest, guys, I have been trying to return to streaming for a while, but it got to that point where, you know, you make plans to return, something happens, and you're like, oh, I'll do it next week. And it got to the point where there was something every week, and it just was like, yeah, next week, next week, next week, next week, and all of a sudden it's December. Awesome. Welcome back. And I will actually see if this works. Can't I enter? I don't think it lets me enter chat commands in my own chat. How rude, my friends. Maybe I just got to get rid of that @ It's working, but we don't have audio. I know there's an inbuilt Twitch command. However, it doesn't do this fancy thing. So I've got to work out why we don't have audio, but that's a future problem. I don't have audio. Do you guys have audio? Yeah, I'll have to look into that. A lot has changed with my layout since previously. Well, thank you, my friend, and welcome back to you as well. What have you been up to? What have you been working on? Ooh, 2k worth of knights. Well, you beat me to the punch, my friend. I still have not done much more on those knights I have. However, there is an event coming up in early January, and I do have the Christmas break and a week off after that. So I am kind of hoping I'll be able to spend some time working on some projects. Projects being finishing off those knights, because I would really like to get them finished. So then I've got a tabletop ready 40k army, which I can then just go to events and stomp people. Not win, just stomp people. That's what knights do best. Ah, very nice. 10mm and 28mm dwarves. Very cool. Also, I have expanded my art collection. I actually, this plate, have started doing Warhammer art prints. So I've picked up Imperial Knights, Leagues of Votann, and Tau. They haven't done any Dark Angels ones I've liked yet, but they'll be there in the future. Same with Dwarves. The moment they have a Gotrek one, I'm down. Okay, really like that. Stegodon scale green, contrast against the flesh. No worries, my friend. I am here for another hour or so. Definitely might pick up another #1 Winsor & Newton this weekend. I've also been eyeing off some of the Artis Opus dry brushes to give a go. And I really want to give this a go. I picked up some, there we go, where is it? Get focus. Meg Ammo Streaking Grime. I've seen people using this, essentially airbrushing it all over their miniatures and then cleaning it up with some thinner. I want to give that a go on my knights, because essentially that's what I was doing with the oil washers, except it was a bit hit and miss. I think the enamel will give me a better result for what I was trying to do, which was essentially cover it with the wash and then remove. So it's a reductive technique. That's what I was going for. But the oil washers, they worked well. I just had issues with, I guess, keeping it consistent. That was the main problem I had. So I want to try on this next one, try and use some of that enamel wash. I might do a test piece first, see how it turns out. Like, you know how I did the shoulder plate initially? I might do that. Try that out, and if I'm happy with it, we'll go from there. Just making sure I'm good coverage. Getting all those nice little scales coated. Now I'm just going to have a quick look over the reference pictures to see if we have any, what do you call it? Have any more of this turquoise, which I don't think we do. We're pretty safe. Might just need to move him and just get up in his grits there. That looks like it's a different color, so we might do Steel Legion drab on that later. Tidy that up when we get there. Might just pull this pin out so I can sit him on that. Play a bit easier. This was for holding him when I was priming him. Break that free. There we go. Get him locked down on that. Okay, so next color, Gal Vorbak Red. We're going to start picking out some of these little red bits all over the mini. For the cloth, I think that's a grey. That looks like an Eshin grey or Storm Vermin fur. Browns, dark browns. Got nice dark red bits. Just trying to get some nice contrast between it. Now, we're not going to go too crazy on the highlighting on this. I'm just doing base colors for now, and then we're probably going to give it a wash, a combination of contrast and regular wash paints, just to show what you can do with base and a contrast and a wash to keep things simple. Also, keep it simple for my friend Tip Top Baker. This mini is for all his support of the channel, and also encouraging me to get back to it. Sometimes we need a little bit of encouragement to do so. Time for the Gal Vorbak Red. And this is actually one of my favourite reds as well. We use this on the Cursed City minis. A little bit thin, but not a worry. We'll just build this up slowly. A bit of flesh, or yeah, I missed a bit of flesh. Gosh darn it. We'll get in there and get that. Definitely have missed catching up with all you guys regularly. Like I haven't even had time to watch streams. That's how busy I've been. But it is always good to see the regular crew returning. hair. That. Also, typically when painting colors like this, I would go for a darker primer, like something along the lines of Mechanicus Standard Grey. But again, this was what I had on hand. Just means we need to make a few passes, a few extra coats to build it up. No big deal. Paint is a little bit thin. But again, that was by design. Okay, just making sure. Getting all these key pieces locked in. And I'll have to go rewatch the streams on the other platforms just to make sure we've got consistent content. Pretty certain we do. We haven't had any drops in quality. Usually that's a sign. Okay. We're going to probably make this bone really, really pale, so we're going to use like Rakarth flesh. Yeah. So yeah, other than that, we have some exciting releases coming up this week. I think we've got more Plastic Aspect Warriors, some new Space Marine Scouts. I really do like the fact that for a kill team, we're starting to see some really unique kits come out. I don't look. I don't mind the additional accessory upgrades we're seeing for stuff like Leagues of Votann, the Space Marines, Tower Pathfinders. Like, I think that's good to give you more options. However, I think they need to be just including them in the standard boxes going forwards, not having a separate line item, or at least allowing people who might already have the standard boxes an option to buy the upgrade sprue separately, so they can upgrade their existing models if they see fit. Shiny Mafrock Emporium, welcome in, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Been a while. A little bit on the skin there, but we can touch that up afterwards. Just want to get right up in there at this stage. That is a really difficult spot. Life is going well, has been very busy, which is why there has been the absence from streaming for a while. Finally kind of hit a bit of a stride and I found time to come back to it. So here we are. That's the beauty of this hobby, really. It's always there for you. Like, you know, you can put it down, tend to the things you've got to attend to. Then once everything settles again, you can come right back to where you left it. Okay, we've got a little bit of a fixture up here. Jesus, all that yellow. Have fun. But really, painting yellow isn't that hard if you know how to do it. Usually it's about, you know, painting an off yellow. You never go bright. Browns, oranges, and reds are your friend to accentuate. It's all about perception of colour. Even a dull yellow is going to look bright next to black. Ah, very good. Yeah, I think in this economy, finding people to paint your army can be challenging, especially if you don't have time or the will to do it yourself. You charge what you gotta charge. It's always better to charge a realistic figure than undercharge. And that is why I'll probably never do commission painting. I've got too much of my own shit to paint. And I want to still have joy in painting not having a deadline to painting, I guess. Okay, I think we've made our first round. There's a couple of another little teeth under here, and then there's some that we're going to be doing different colours, so like a brassy one, and then the lighter red. Trying to keep it minimal, the amount of repainting we're doing, but sometimes can't be avoided, particularly in tight spots. But first pass is pretty good. Let's go for a second. You'll find after you usually get that first coat down, the paint just wants to stick so much better. Just make sure you're applying it carefully or as liberally as you can initially, and then make sure you're just tidying up in the same spots. Oh yeah, definitely. And if you got time, got the patience, why not? So a friend of mine went through a process of getting an army painted with a commission painter, and it was just delayed. He got it in the end. But by the time he got it in the end, he's like, I have all this other stuff I want painted now. Fortunately, he got a good deal though. Like, he had an entire Hedonites of Slaanesh army painted. And as you can imagine, that army is a lot of gold trim. A lot of detail would drive anyone insane. And that's how I know I wouldn't be a good commission painter, because I do not want to paint that much gold trim. Okay, starting to get a warmer, more fulfilled red. This second coat, I think 2 coats should do it. Just make sure we get all those nooks and crannies. Den with Marines, fair call. But look, at least they're not Black Legion or Chaos Marines, because that's just more detail. Yep. Like, I've still yet to paint my Dark Angels. I want to, hopefully, but before they do another, Primaris era purge of all the old minis. I don't think they will, but then again, the number of tactical squads we got before they gave us Primaris Marines was kind of sad. We got 2 or 3 more iterations on the tactical squad before they gave us Primaris, and then just did away with them. That being said, we've now got Horus Heresy, so there's plenty of Marines in that, which I've got to get around to one day, doing Alpha Legion. So, my first was Dark Angels. Like, I don't know what it was that drew me to them. But I remember painting my first Dark Angels Marine. I think it was the fact that I could paint the army in 3 different ways. So Green Wing, Death Wing, Raven Wing. That's what drew me to the Dark Angels. And then the second one, I think we just got the... I want to say it was 5th edition. It was when we got the Battle for Macragge. We got the relaunch or new Marneus Calgar. I think that when they first went to gold trim on Ultramarines, that's when I painted an Ultramarine for the first time. And I actually really liked them for a while. And then Black Templars came out. They got their first codex. I switched to Black Templars. And yeah, I fell out of love with the hobby for a bit after that. And it wasn't until I think I saw some of the new Dark Angel stuff that came out. I think it was that Plastic Interrogator Chaplain, and I went, ooh, shiny. And that sucked me right back in. But I've been in and out of the hobby over the years. I love the miniatures, but I think at heart, Dark Angels have always been my first and will probably be the last Space Marine army I ever do. I don't mind the other chapters, but just I like the lore behind them. Yeah, I really do like what they've done with the underworlds, like the warbands and whatnot. Really great for people who struggle painting a lot of the same thing, like myself. I like variety. I honestly think that this channel from now on, I'm just not going to do squads or multiple of the same miniature. I think I want to do, unique things. I don't want to do batch painting. It's boring as batshit. That's why I don't like doing it, off stream. I don't like doing it on stream. It just sucks so much of my enthusiasm for the hobby out. So I think I'm just going to do mainly character, single miniature jobs going forwards. Yay, first bot upon returning. Where are my mod tools? Goodbye. So long, farewell. It brings back memories. Yeah, and I think that's what I like about painting. Keeping it fresh, keeping it interesting. Like painting this for Tip Top, I really have wanted to paint the miniature for a while. And it's just, you get bogged down painting the same stuff. I love my armies. I love the game. I want to play the game, but it's just so asinine. Painting the same thing over and over again and trying to enjoy it. And that's why I've started looking at techniques to simplify the process, keep it enjoyable. Like with my knights, I think I've kept them as simple as possible, and even then I completed one, but I think the sheer size of them has been what's worked against me. And when I do stuff for you guys, I really try and go into detail, explain what I'm doing, spend time doing it. Whereas when I'm trying to just get stuff painted, I can't do the whole stream and paint thing. It's just, I just focus to get stuff done as quickly as possible. And that's, not exactly entertaining viewing. And I think that's where I've been caught up in the past. I felt like I've been boring myself, so I can only imagine what that feels like as an audience to watch somebody boring themselves. I can only think it's quite boring. I know, man. I know, you try to be good. You try to not buy more minis until you've painted your existing minis. But they just get you every single time. Every release. They didn't need to release the lion, but they did. They got me with a lion. I got that box set with a blade guard. Because like, yeah, I need some more blade guard. Have I done anything with it? Hell no. They got me with Farsight too, with a boarding patrol box. I was like, that is an awesome miniature. I need more battle suits. Have I done anything with it? No. I've got everything at a great discount. That being said, but do I need it? No. That is I think we all as hobbyists are buying stuff for a rainy day. Oh yeah, and there are great companies out there. Don't get me wrong, I even considered Star Wars Legion for a bit. Because the moment I saw they brought Ewoks out and you could do an Ewok army, I was like, hell yeah! But then I was like, yeah, I ain't got time for that. So now I'm just trying to find new ways to paint things quicker to a standard I'm happy with the time and effort I put in. Splurged on Star Wars Legion. Yep. I don't blame you. There are some cool minis there. You can, as I said, Echo-based defenders, Han Solo, Andor, and Lando. Yeah. It is just... they have some cool minis. Look, the thing that stopped me was the fact that I know there were two different qualities of sculpts. There was some legacy sculpts and there were some brand new sculpts. And I think until they all are those brand new sculpts, I'm just going to hold off because I don't want to be getting stuff and, not be kind of happy with the quality of the miniatures. I do really like some of the new stuff, like those Ewoks look particularly cool. I would be down doing an Ewok army, that's for sure. Yeah, I think the latest purchase I made was the Leagues of Votann Battle Force they brought out for two reasons. The first one was I was always going to buy a second Hecaton Land Fortress and a Sagittaire. So that was the first thing. And then the second reason was when I looked at the price of those two, it was essentially you buy those two and the character and then the Hearthguard are free. And I was just like, God damn it. And unfortunately for me, it came back in stock with one of my regular suppliers and I was just like, God damn it. And I went and bought it. So for when I do get all my Leagues of Votann built, I will have an army. It's ready to go. I've got everything. Until they bring out the next greatest thing, which no doubt in 10th edition 40k, they are going to bring out new units for the latest faction that they've brought to 40k. Well, they've done World Eaters. Surely we're going to see more units for World Eaters. But yeah, I have a problem. I really do. But it brings me happiness. I like collecting things. Even if it is just kept in boxes. I've got so many dice and codexes I've never actually had the army to play a game with. Because it's all still in boxes. Yeah, that sucks. Look, I do like what they've done in 10th and they've had the combat patrol as an option for playing. I think that's a really friendly way for people to get in the game, get something built and ready and be able to have some fun. So I'm glad they've gone down that pathway, but I do know that people tend to be a bit more competitive in 40k. Same with Age of Sigmar. Like, I have been playing some games of Age of Sigmar. I played a game with my knights, so that was really fun. That was prior to all the nerfs they got. They were actually a bit overpowered. I haven't played a game since, but that it hasn't been because of a nerf. It's just been purely because I haven't had the time. Yeah, and that's the same thing. I love painting too. I just can't get enough, chew things out fast enough to actually have relevant armies still by the time they're done. I've already lost next year's New Year's Revolution, which is don't buy any more minis. I already know Asmodai is coming, and I already know New Deathwing Knights are coming. Like, I'm in danger when there's a Dark Angels release. Yeah, do not buy games you don't have players for. Wise words. Yeah, look, I still think the miniatures G-Dub put out are some of the highest quality on the market, and I am heavily invested in the lore and the story and the whole thing. It's very hard for me to go, yeah, I'm going to pick up another game system, because all my mates play it. Welcome back. Yeah, and I think for games like Warcry, Kill Team, Underworlds, Blood Bowl, they are pretty well contained. And I think they're great options as an alternative to your large-scale kind of army building games. Like, I love the hell out of Blood Bowl, but there's no player base where I'm at. There was a couple of dedicated people, but they've moved elsewhere, so it's always a challenge. Speaking of, we still don't have sound, but I will still do a shout out for the Awesome Buddy Minis. Ah, congrats, Merlin. Did you play your dwarves? Speaking of, I can't buy any more Blood Bowl either. Yeah, the new Kill Team, I think, it pissed people off because they brought out Shadow Wars Armageddon. That sucked people in. They expanded on that with Kill Team. And then they just, yeah, screw the entire community by changing like everything about the game. They didn't allow for any backwards compatibility. They just said, nope, all that's illegal now. This is how you have to play it. And that's one reason why when that starter box came out, I got it, I saw the rules, and then I was like, yeah, no, I'm not really invested in this. Like, I just wanted to do like a Deathwatch Kill Team and call it a day, but you know, they made it even difficult to do that. I think Deathwatch got hit pretty hard by the changes. Okay, that red's looking good. Oh yeah, and that's the thing as well. Blackbone's ogres could never fail a bone head, and my dwarves could never fail a dauntless. Oh, very nice. Oh, congrats, Melon. Well earned. Oh, do I need to do anything on the legs? No, that's looking good. That's looking good. I'm going to come back and touch up the green. So we do the rest of the red. I think we'll probably get the red finished tonight on all these minis, and then not minis, parts. And then we will come back and do some browns next time. Yeah, I played a couple of games of Blood Bowl as well. I played against some Snotlings, and I played against... what was it? Snotlings, Undead... it was fun. Like, I like Blood Bowl. There's a lot of randomness, and you don't even feel bad. Ah, no, it's okay, Macrock. I've got a lot of them as well. I think a couple of the minis that I let go of as a kid that I really regret. The main one was, I'm sure you remember the old tactical squad where you got the plasma cannon and the sergeant. The sergeant had a plasma pistol and a chainsword and the robe. I ended up getting that back when they did a made to order a couple of years ago, so I bought one of them. Sergeant Naman, the scout sergeant, the named one, I got one of him. And I also picked up an Ezekiel and Azrael. I don't think I've got the original Asmodai anymore, but I do, but it's not in a sealed packet. But again, I'm realistically never going to go and paint them now. With these new fantastic plastic miniatures coming out, it's just really, really hard to justify going back and doing that. I like working with plastic miniatures much more than pewter, because with pewter, the moment you accidentally put too much pressure on an edge, that edge is going to rub paint off, and yeah, you're going to have a bad time. It's just so many layers of sealing required to keep them durable. But then again, yeah, I think I'd rather just spend the time painting the plastic ones because they're so much more detailed, and yeah, I've already got them. I do want to kind of maybe do an interesting one where I paint both plastic and pewter at the same time, side by side, classic and new. Yeah, like, look, I've tried different primers. The ones that they say, like, I should have one here. Yeah, so this stuff is usually my go-to. The Vallejo metal and plastic. I haven't used this on metal. I used to use the G-Dub ones. Not a fan of Army Painter primers. I've just had bad results out of them. And living in Australian conditions as well, we get a lot more variability in our climate. So, yeah, I think that's why I've always gone with airbrush primers, because I can spray them indoors in a spray booth, control the climate, make sure I get the results I'm expecting. Whereas with rattle can primers, it's always dependent on the weather outside. And, you know, I live in central Queensland, which is very hot, very dry, but it can also be very humid and very cold. We get some really wacky seasons up here. And I am liking the fact that, like, I know we've gone with a bright base coat here, but it's really helping these colours pop. Orcs, I like to be bright, vibrant miniatures. And I think we're really, really hitting that kind of vibe. Yeah, look, if you do have any airbrush primers that work on metal, let me know, but I'm pretty sure it's something to do with a chemical composition that is delivered through aerosol. make them so useful. Yeah. Like, I think I like airbrushing, but it's just for I use it more for priming than anything else, and I think that's where my frustration comes in, because I don't have enough space where I'm at to have a constant setup for that. So that's where I've gone back to rattle cans to kind of pick up some of that slack. Okay, so we're gonna touch up some of this green we messed up. So touch up, stick it on Scale Green as well. Just get that edge. So just tidying up some of these areas where we made a bit of a mess. And we're just about at time to wrap up. I know it's only been a short stream tonight, but keep it short, sweet, a little bit done at a time. It'll just help me ease back into it, and then I feel like doing those 3-hour streams again, I'll go back to that. But I think 2 hours is a good bit of time for me just to sit back, chill out with you guys. That's all I want this to be, just a chill session where sit back, talk hobby, talk about the things we're excited about, share our progress and artwork, just generally have a good time. And hopefully meet some new friends along the way. Tamiya metal primer, it's transparent. After that you can use all your normal acrylics to base coat them. That's definitely interesting. Look, I know Tamiya makes some amazing paints, I just haven't used them yet. So I might have to look into that, but thanks for the tip. Okay, this is looking pretty snazzy for a beast snagger. Let's get that green of a skin touched up and hit that belly. Got to hit the belly. So this is where I made a little bit of a boo-boo. It's purely because it was just a bit difficult getting in there to get that red. I'm just gonna flood a bit of green in there. Try and touch that. And also the gut we've got here. Got a bit of fluff on the brush, get rid of that. Feel more confident handling of miniatures with the primer I've got on it now. I do find the paint doesn't want to stick as well to this, but that might just be because I've gone with such a light colour. It's more noticeable. Got to do more coats to build it up, that's fine. We'll get there. So I think we've got most of the bright colours done. There's a little bit of a light red that I want to use to accentuate some of the different areas. So we'll revisit that on Thursday. I am going to be trying to do like a streaming schedule again. So 2 hours on Tuesday nights, Thursday nights and Sunday nights. Might do a little bit longer on Sundays depending how I'm feeling. But yeah, I reckon we'll just slowly ease back into this. Consistency is key. And hopefully this will be a regular thing again, guys. So that's just an area of my life where I get some time to myself to sit back, relax, do some hobby. And maybe if I've got some extra time, I'll spend it building those armies that I've got in boxes, eh? And that's looking pretty good. I'll just let that dry and hit that again. Hit the belly again. I really do like these Beast Snagger boys. They're really cool models. And what else? They've got a nice white colour they've used as well for some other parts. So just a draw, we've got bright red, the cap on the knee, some of the spikes around the armour. Lighter red, so we'll do a corn red for that. Just want to keep some variability in there, and then we might do a full miniature wash. We'll keep the skin separate. We'll do a wash on everything else and see how that goes. But you know, slowly and surely, just little pieces coming together with your sub assemblies. That's the way to do these. Just makes it so easy to work on stuff like this, little bits at a time. Like this axe, I think is all pretty much all metal. Like this is all metal except for the tassel on the end. So we've got the fist, we've got the wire. Oh no, sorry, the wire's on the arm here. So we're not really going to have to touch this with any paints until we start painting those metallics. But yeah, slow progress, but we're getting there, little bit by little bit. So I think instead of jumping to something else, we're going to wrap up for now, folks. Old Hammer style orc warband for Mordheim. Ooh, very nice. Mordheim is definitely one of those things, I think. Didn't they try and do... Like, isn't Warcry meant to be the new Mordheim kind of replacement? They were trying to do... like capture that kind of same vision for Warcry. I could be wrong, but doesn't hit the same. Ah, very nice. Well, let's go back to adjust chatting and a bit of a better view of my new artwork up there. Definitely check out Display if you can. I have asked them for an affiliate code, but probably too small of a streamer for them to hand one of them out. We do have Twitch chat just in here, but I don't know. I'm gonna look at other options on what we can do to, I guess, have engagement. So let's do the usual thing and raid someone. Who have we got doing Warhammer right now? And happy to take recommendations too, my friends. Who's Team Griffin? Oh! Okay, they've changed the name. That's why I have no idea who it is. So, folks, let's head across to Griffin. Been a while since we've caught them. See if I could still do a raid. How do we do this? Don't even think I'm gonna create a dashboard. There we go. That's probably why I've had so many issues with modding tonight. Okay. Okay, we're gonna... Oh, I just saw Brannigan. What's Brannigan doing? They're doing a subathon day. Let's go check out Brannigan. Brannigan's painting Nurgle. Yeah, okay. We're heading across to Brandon. Another bold, beautiful Twitch streamer. Okay, my friends. It has been great coming back and catching up with you all again. Hopefully I'll be back on Thursday. I'm going to try and stick to this schedule and see how we go. As for all of you in YouTube and Facebook land, thank you very much for joining us. It is good to be back, and hopefully I'll see more of you all in the future. Until next time though, happy hobbying and good night to you all.